in a lower class where kids races from like 6 to 14. And once I turned 14, I moved up to the bigger cars, which then I've been racing for 2 years. I got into racing from my parents' friends. They were our neighbors at the time. And they were racing, and they put me in a car, and they said that I could race in it. And then I just have loved it ever since.
We first started doing in the mini drawers. My mom's friend took us out to go see a racetrack. First time ever. I was pretty stoked. And then when we saw the little mini cars, my mom thought it would be cool if I would have raced one. So I think when like 9 or 8, my mom bought one from Cali, I think. We got it, we raced it, got a win in it, and then my first ever season, I was pretty big in the little car, so my head, the hood was all bent up from the lid. And then we went to go to Verona, and they had junior sprints. Junior sprints are pretty much just a bigger class for the little kids. Jumped into that, got third this season. I got 3 wins under that. And then during that, jumped into the compacts. My first ever car was a 1994 Acura Integra.
Racing at my age is hard at times because we're like the youngest in the division, so racing the older guys is kind of hard because they kind of push you around being younger. There's like 4 people that are actually my age, and I feel like we do better than the older people.
Racing with other adults is kind of fun because half of the time you can beat them and then you can put a smile on some people's faces.
Me and Enzo have been racing since I've started. We grew up together in the smaller class and both aged out and went into the bigger cars. And we kind of just understand each other being the youngest, and we just know how racing is.
Currently, right now, I race at Kookaburra Speedway. It's a quarter-mile track. It has a little mini track for all the mini Jordan cars going on it. Sometimes there's crashes, rollovers, but that's the good reason why we got ambulances, tow trucks, people out here supporting.
My first race was a 50-lap race against former NASCAR driver Kenny Schrader, and I started 15th out of 18th cars and finished 3rd. I've been in the newspaper around like 2 or 3 times, and I have won twice this season, and I've gotten like 3rd in track points, and I'm leading track points right now.
My accomplishments I've ever done was I become a track champion last year on my compact. I believe I have over 5-6 wins under my belt. The craziest thing ever happened was I rolled 7 times. I still hold the highest record, or my track record for the whole rolls. First ever time. It was my second race. I went out. I went to go low down to turn 2. I clipped someone and I went up the berm and I rolled once, got the car back out, and then the next week, going into turn 3, I hit a bump and then it rolled 6, like it dropped, it bounced off the lift, and then I rolled 6 times around that, and that was like the biggest thing ever.
My parents are like my biggest supporters. They help me with anything I need with racing. It's kind of just like I put so much effort into it, so they're gonna help me as much as they can.
My mom has always been my number 1 supporter. She helped me and her always worked on all the cars. She's the one who made me got out of there. Like all 99% of it, I have to appreciate to my mom for helping. I see myself in the future probably racing in a sport mod or a hobby stock, or continuing with a hobby stock.
With racing in my future, one of my main goals is to go to college, and I don't think I'll be racing in college, but once I get out of college, I'm planning to move up a class and continue racing. If I don't have good grades, I can't race, so I try to maintain my grades as much as possible so I can race. It kind of gets hard at times, but it's worth it.